Okay, Rabbi, so we are on page, thank you, 74, talking about the laws of Shabbat, cutting the ties. Is it permitted to untie or cut with a knife the knot on a roasted chicken on Shabbat? Amir John, you ever ate roasted chicken or no? Some people filling it in with things and they're stitching it before Shabbat. Now on Shabbat, you want to cut the stitches of the filled in chicken. I say stuffed chicken, I think it's called, right?
Can I cut?
That's the question.
You could.
Says Rav Ovadia, it is allowed to untie a knot of roasted chicken or to cut it with a knife.
If not, how are you gonna eat it?
As it is a knot that it is not permanent.
That's the reason why, because
And it's
meant to open.
intended to be untied
Exactly.
at the time of eating.
Exactly. From the beginning.
Similar to breaking nuts to extract the food within them. Why do you know how to eat with sticks, Yaakov? Well, how are you going to manage in China?
I'll just get a fork.
This your water, Amir?
No, it's yours.
Okay, Shakol. 9:15, we can already start Shakol, right? Who is the third? Yaakov, you with us? Who is the third, Shakol?
So why do you need three?
To make together. Berov Am Adrat Melech.
Two is not enough.
Not enough, no. Berov Am is at least three.
Yes, fine, Rabbi.
Birshut Morai Verabotai. Have in mind not to cover the rice. Because if you say Shakol, some say the rice will be covered by Shakol, you know that. Yeah, so not to get into problems, have in mind not to cover the rice. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol niya bidbaro. Very good. Okay, next. Amen. Number 2. So bottom line, allowed to because of two reasons. One, because it's meant to be untied for the food purposes, and
But you're not untying it.
the chiddush is even if you want to untie it, Amir John, you're still allowed to. Not only cut it.
The chicken?
The chicken, the stuffed chicken.
Oh, you want sushi?
No, I'm good, thank you. And thank you for offering. It's very nice of you and considering of you. Number 2. Under what circumstances? Is cutting prohibited on Shabbat? So says Avadia, particularly regarding fixing to a measure or making a utensil. There is no prohibition to cut unless one is fixing it to a measure or making a utensil. When is cutting a problem? Says Avadia, only whenever a person cutting it to a measure. Eliyahu, only when you're cutting to a measure. Only when you're cutting to a measure, or whenever you're making a vessel by the cutting. For example, I spoke about these pockets. Eliyahu, can you open these pockets on Shabbat? Brand new suit.
No.
On Shabbat, can you take a knife or whatever and open them on Shabbat?
No.
So according to Rav Ovadia, will be a problem because, not because of untying, not because of the stitches that they are temporary. That's not the reason. Because of making a vessel. Right now, this pocket was not usable. By you opening it on Shabbat, you made it usable. As the Gemara told us about the neck. Remember the neck area? That they used to stitch it? And a person, Chas v'Shalom, opens it on Shabbat for the first time. He made the garment usable. So that's considered to be metaken, mana, makeh
You could
v'patish.
wear it without it.
You could wear the suit, but you could not use the pocket.
Don't use it.
Okay, no problem. But the pocket is a separate utensil, vessel, item, object that is attached to the suit. So the suit is usable, but the pocket was not usable. Because of that, you're not allowed to fix the pocket for the first time on Shabbat.
Okay.
Are you completing the soup?
Not completing the suit,
What is it?
you're completing the pocket of the suit.
Final touch.
Final
Final
touch.
touch.
Are you allowed to put those little things in the collar? There's also considered final touch.
Here, over here, the metal things.
Yeah.
Without that, these will be very, very useful, 100%. Sometimes the wife loses them.
Yeah.
She puts it outside for the dryer not to burn it. and then she get lost. It get lost. The cleaning lady puts it somewhere that she herself doesn't remember where, and so that's Sudani, Kaddish al Israel. And nevertheless, the shirt is still usable. Aaron bed, front seat. Ah, Ribi. I'm sorry, I didn't bring a seat.
Have a
Achila.
Yom Tov, Rabbi.
For Aaron Habib, we gotta bring a limousine. Go, Jun.
Rabbi, could you put it on Yom Tov?
חוסבו חורד, אהרון. עשו שחורד.
Rabbi, could you put it on Yom Tov? Could you cut the pocket on Yom Tov?
Carrying this pocket on Shabbat, or this pocket's brand new suit, will be a problem on Shabbat and on Yom Tov. Why? The only leniency we have on Yom Tov is called Ochel Nefesh, something you eating. אין בין יום טוב לשבת, אלא אוכל נפש בלבד. The only difference in Shabbat and Yom Tov is before אוכל נפש. Your suit, you're not eating.
So you're not allowed to carry it on Yom
Therefore,
Tov?
on Shabbat it's a suit open the pockets, not because of untying problem, because untying it's a temporary. It's meant to be open. Like we spoke about the shoes, Meir. A person bought shoes before Shabbat and he has the plastic connecting them. Or back in the day they used to have a tie that connects them. Can he cut it on or open that tie on Shabbat
Yes.
or no?
Yeah.
With a knife or no?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because
It's meant to be.
Meant to be open. So why this pocket you say not allowed to?
Because
It was not meant to be open.
Meant to be open. What, you meant to be closed?
New vessel. It's making a new
It
vessel.
was not
Because
usable
of a different
before.
problem. Because of making a vessel.
Making a vessel.
You said it yesterday.
So
Remember?
Rabbi, how come people say you could carry on Yom Tov? You
Is that
say,
yes?
oh, no eruv on Yom Tov, no problem.
Oh, very good question. Levi asked us, Rabbi, carrying is also you're not eating. Can I carry my siddur to the Bet Knesset in a place there is no eruv on Yom Tov? Yes. Are you not eating the siddur? Gemara says, Chazal were so caring about that people should enjoy on Yom Tov food that they said you're allowed to carry for purpose of food because of Yom Tov at Ochel Nefesh. We're allowing you even if it's not for the purpose of the food. מתוך שהותרה לאוכל נפש, הותרה אפילו שלא לאוכל נפש. This is the Bet Hillel words. Remember? גמרא מסכת ביצה, you did ביצה, no?
Time to be said.
Okay. So soon you're gonna do, you're gonna face it over there. Bezrat Hashem. Number 3. Is it permissible to use zip ties on Shabbat? And do they violate the prohibition of tying or sewing? Now, this is very permanent. If you put 2 wires, for example, with a zip tie, that's it. It's locked in.
You have to cut it.
The only way to open it is to cut it. So it's very permanent. It's more permanent than anything in the world. Allowed or no
Won't be allowed.
to zip tie on Shabbat? Zip? Zip
not
tie.
tying it.
Right now, a person sitting Rosh Shabbat in Sukkot, and the schach start giving him that lisar. He's moving, shaking, this, that, and he wants to tie it. Zip tie. Поставить, зык, зык, зык. Все. На фасах, на свой стульчик сиди.
It's not tying, it's locking it in place.
It's tying it for very, very strong way.
Yeah, it's not tying.
Rabbi,
We're not
this is
making
not
a tie.
considered the Gemara's tie.
Why, Meir? Saying good. Why?
Because this is not a professional dive, first of all. Second of all, anybody can do it.
He's saying, but you're not finally. He's saying
You
it.
finalize it, Rabbi.
So Rabbi Yosef says
Abu
it is allowed. Why? And this does not constitute tying or sewing, since it does not tie one thing to another, but only tightens and holds them together.
It would be allowed.
How is it holding it together? By the latch.
Right, so it's different than the time. So it's latching. Right? You don't
How you
get-
spell latch?
L-A-T-C-H.
Ah,
So I'm saying,
not
so it's not really
by
So it's
by
not
the
latch.
latch or by a
Latch.
latch.
a latch.
By the latch.
That's
The
what I
one
told
you
you.
do.
It's not a tie. It's not a knot to be tied. It's like a locking.
Very good. By locking, hold them together by locking it maybe?
By latching it together.
Latching it? Latching it?
You're latching it together.
It's like a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you say the word? By latching it together or by
Latching.
locking it together with the latch?
Latching.
Latching.
So you, Habibi, know how to latch people. Whenever there's no handcuffs, they put latches. You know that.
Zip
And
ties.
zip ties. In Arabs, all the time, they arrest them. Israel arrest them with zip ties. You know that or not? They walk like this with a zip tie.
Because
Here
there's not
also,
enough
when they-
handcuffs.
when they have
Same
a
thing in
protest-
protest, when they go, you don't have enough
Yeah.
handcuffs.
They do also-
You're gonna, every police officer might arrest 15, 20 people.
Wow.
You only have one handcuff, so you carry like 20, 30 of those, because the more, you're gonna arrest a lot
They're
of people,
probably
so
very big.
you only have one handcuff, or two handcuffs maybe.
So
you guys do zip
together by latching them together. Okay, very good. So zip tie Rosh Shabbat, no problem. Even if you're gonna leave it le'olam va'ed, even if you're gonna leave it forever and ever.
Because it's not
Okay,
a tie.
Rabbi, it's more than a week. We said more than a week already, considered to be like tying. Why we say it's allowed? Because it doesn't make a tie. It's not twisting over one another.
But does it look like a building? Like that someone.
It's only considered to be latching it. There's a teeth over there, and moves it like this, and it latches it, not tying it.
But if that would be the time the Gemara, they would prohibit it.
No, because there is no action of going around to make a latch, to make a tie.
But they,
Look,
Imagine, you ever let
look, there is a door, right? There is a door. In the door there is a latch. Это такой язычок, как говорится это in Russian? Ну сказать.
The lock.
Язычок, it's called? In the lock there is a latch. Can I close this room? 1 week nobody goes in. 2 weeks nobody goes in. Can I close it on Shabbat?
Le'olam.
Why? What about tying? What about tying?
not tying, it's easy choke you down. That's what it's
Very good. So says Rabbi, there's язычок here in a small scale. This one is big, clear, you see. А есть small, big, такой, на зубики маленькие. It's considered to be also locking it, not tying
The
it.
English name for it is zip tie, so you
Right.
this time.
The word tie, zip tie, называется. Can confuse you.
Is it considered like a building? If someone's making a heat on Shabbat, they want to latch the curtain to the pole.
No problem.
No problem. At
Yeah.
all,
Why? The schach was already there. All I'm doing is to prevent it from flying by the strong wind.
Wow. Sure, I could go get the ladder and everything's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. If a person learns halacha, life is guided.
what
If a
about
person
those,
doesn't learn halacha, life is lost. Is going on the darkness.
what about those things that latch together? That's like a hay on this side, hay on this side. And
Hey?
Hair, like a hair.
Это velcro.
Look on there.
Velcro. Черный такой.
Да.
Yeah. Velcro, we're gonna learn the same reason. No problem. Because there is no going around like this. Tying. It's only goes into the hair.
Right.
The plastic area with the teeth going inside that hair and it's staying inside.
Right.
Velcro.
Right.
So it doesn't go, there's no twist. Since there's no action of twisting, it's not considered to be tying. Not tying, no problem. You can do it forever and ever.
Welcome.
Velcro, yeah. Benjamin, then he's there. Meir, put the wall, please, like this, on the AC will go on us. Yaakov, bechor job.
Maybe you'll do it up some.
I'm a Jeff Ferris, I'm about in there. Magia.
Mashiach. Chai, chai, chai.
Toca gato.
Very good. Let's go. Number 76. What is Chavod Aaron read?
Was the halachic status of the twisting ropes on Shabbat, and how it related to the melachot of tying and untying. Additionally, does this action constitute any form of distraction with regard to utensils?
Regard to utensils. Regard or regarding? With the regard. With the regard, right? With regard to utensils. Okay? Poshimei. A person, Yaakov, has this metal thing, right? That the bread has. Такой идет на хлеб. When you twisting it, metal, twisting ropes. I don't know, it's in English it's called like this. How do you call this metal that you take the bread and you lock it такие? А? Металл такой есть, веревка такая. And you twisting. закрываешь хлеб, пакет его,
Зиплак?
не ziploc, no.
Такие полочки
Which one?
тонкие на
Twisting.
бумажка.
Леска какая-то.
Вот
Леска?
Полочка и бумажка сверху, ты его закрываешь. Так.
Да, леска какая-то.
How do you call it in English?
Я не знаю, как называется, знаю, ничего не
For the fish bowl, yes, but
говорит.
For the bread.
Бухарака.
Это мои почетные места заняты, я не
Вот
понимаю.
почетное место ваше никто не взял. Взяли себе френч фрайс?
Бехор, где гашты? Сатин.
Голодный конь не скачет, он ползет.
Окей. Бехор, здесь вилка есть. Герет, вилка
Давайте
пти.
вилочку.
И боже чмо.
then we
We want you to live healthy until 120, Bechor.
Бог Хашем, 10 человек есть, никто не шевелится. Есть или нет?
Yes, yes.
3.
The act of twisting rope
3. Есть.
is considered a derivative of time. And the measure is such that a rope should be able to stand if it's twisted form without a knot. As then the work is sustained.
Like the $50 candle.
Yeah,
Goes swing.
twisted.
Just twisted. It's not.
Similarly, separating the twist is considered a derivative of untying.
God bless.
And it does not constitute destroying, and there is no destruction in utensils.
So that's tying?
Yeah.
Twisting is time.
Yes.
Oh.
If a person has the bread, Eliyahu, if a person has, the bread, before the bag, you put the bread inside,
Okay?
plastic такой, then you put metal around and you twist.
That's allowed.
Okay?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Baruch Hashem, at least this you know. Your wife, don't say my wife does it.
На золото его используют.
Yeah?
Точка. Завязываешь, пластик,
Why you do that for?
чтобы не путалось, понимаете?
Чисто все.
Денгалось будет тогда, много же, чтобы так не стало, так завязывать.
Okay? So,
Полсела.
the metal twist. It's metal.
Да, да, да.
Ну, пластик.
Тоненький
Тоненький
такой.
такой. Специально.
On Shabbat, if a person is closing like this bag of bread,
Temporary. Мутар.
Bechor, I have news for you.
No good.
What is the news, Bechor?
Why? Because it's tying. But it's not in tying into the knot.
So here it's not translated well. I have to work on this point. Here Bechor is talking about, I checked on the Hebrew, he's talking about a person taking, the tzitzit, the strings are twisted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's say Shabbat, a person wants to twist like this, strings, and make a string.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to do this on Shabbat or no?
No.
Twist the strings.
Give me a talit behind you over there. Yaakov. And we're going to show it to you. One picture worth
1,000 words.
1,000 words. And one video worth 1,000 pictures. Amir, you see this? Bechor Kenatzi is right now with the French
Okay.
fries.
I see.
You see? Uritem oto, uzchartem. If you're going to open it like this, you'll see
8
it's,
strings. 8 smaller
there is,
strings.
you see it's open,
Okay.
right?
8 smaller
Let's
strings.
say, Arizal says the tip of the tzitzit, the tip,
You have to tie it.
supposed to go and tie it like that. You know that or no?
Yeah.
Arizal says that all of them make this knot, Aaron, Bechor. See this knot?
Yeah.
Not on Shabbat, regular days.
Yes.
Why? Because if you will not do this, it says two problems happens if you don't do this. One is says the thing is gonna be open. Second thing he says that the light of tzitzit is called Or Makif. And if you are not twisted the edge, that Or Makif goes away from you. You need to tie it to stay with you.
You keep getting undone, though, bro.
This?
Yeah, I did it. It gets undone. So then you
You
have to-
tied it? Never in my life got undone, not one. Now in my small tzitzit, in my yeta, I did it. In the small tzitzit. What? But because it's poking my legs because I have thick strings. Bechor, you have thin strings or thick strings? Strings. Какой у вас strings?
Не проверял.
No, it's it's the
It's by you. It's thin. The strings.
Right. So,
By me, it's thick.
I'm saying it's
But so it used to bother my legs very much
Right.
because it's goes into the skin.
Right.
So what I did, I opened the pocket here. You see,
And you
Opened
put it
over
inside
here.
the pocket.
and I talked everything inside like this. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't go into the restroom when you see.
Kosher like this?
100%. When you go to the restroom, sometimes the strings go inside the water.
Yeah.
It's not very pleasant. With this, they have no problem. When you sit down, sometimes it goes under your legs, you get up, you rip it. With this, no problem. Doesn't bother at
It's
all.
not hanging or
Not hanging, that's it.
I know, so it's not hanging, so it's okay.
100% okay. Because you're not doing it to hide the Jewishness of you. You're doing it for this thing not to bother you. Because when it's open and you have that thing twisted at the end,
Uritem. Uritem.
Uritem. So the Torah tells us what is Uritem. To tell you that the mitzvah of tzitzit is at the time that you could see. When can you see? During the day or during the night?
During the day.
During the day. That's why Bechor says bracha on talit only during the day. Even in Bechor's Torah is written not to say bracha during the night.
Yeah.
Only during the day. Where did you get this from, Bechor? That during the day you say bracha on tzitzit, during the night you're not allowed to. Like Joe Grifted, Rabbi John?
Чтобы видно было человека.
Kippur, we read talit at night.
Yeah.
Do we say bracha at night?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, we say, right?
No.
Before.
We say before Shkia.
Yes.
Arvit, you pray with talit. But bracha, you don't say on talit at night time.
You already made the.
You made the bracha before. If a person came late, some people come Yom Kippur late. The people they're not religious, like they come Kippur late. Tzedek Kochavim уже вышел. Can you right now? Jesse Joe. Rabotai, please only Russian from now, okay?
Ben Hashamashot, you can say?
So, Ben Hashmashot you can say. But Jesse, what if it's not Ben Hashmashot? What if Tzedek Kochavim person came Kippur, but it's Tzedek Kochavim? Can you wear talit with bracha in Tzedek Kochavim? What do we say? No, why not? Because the Torah says, Uritem oto uzchartem. You have to see the tzitzit. And remember. So from here, the Gemara teaches us, during the day, obligated tzitzit. During the night, patur from tzitzit. That's what Uritem oto means. Not that you have to see it. That's Arizal says, Bechor, you're supposed to wear talit inside your garments. My Torah says you have to see it. It says Torah said you have to see it to tell you what time of the day you're supposed to have it. It doesn't come to tell you have to see it, so you have to actually see it. You understand? So now a person in Yaakov has this string, regular day, right? He got untwisted. Некрасиво, became open такой. On Shabbat he sees everybody's tzitzit nice and he's open. Can he twist it? That's called potel havalim. Person that is potel havalim, twisting the ropes, is considered to be tying.
Goes to the bread again.
So to do this on Shabbat, Igor John, mumkin is not allowed.
Wait, so the bread you also can't do it?
Oh, so now says Ravadia, if so, what about the bread? Jesse, Igor, how do you call that metal thing that you twist the bag of the bread with? Nobody knows. The unknown word. Nah, let's ask Chipiti. My phone is there. Can you ask your Chipiti? May ask your Chipiti. Tzama that you put for the bread bag.
What is it?
How do you call that metal thing?
Metal bag.
Ask him. The Chipiti. How do you call the metal thing that twisting the bag of the bread?
Very important. How do you call this metal thing that you twist the bread?
The bag of the bread.
The bag of the bread.
Twist tie.
Twist tie? What do you ask? Chipiti or Jiminy?
Twist tie.
Twist tie. So, man. Yeah, everybody uses it. You don't use it at home? Everybody uses it.
The bread comes like that.
Yeah, the bread sometimes comes like
How
that.
do you avoid
Ziploc
when you put
Rabbi,
washing
Ziploc
machine?
is different.
I can't hear you, Jess. What?
Washing machine. How do you avoid them to get on fire?
Not using that.
Wash. In washing machine, Bechor, when you wash your tzitzit, you're allowed to wash your tzitzit with socks and trusi and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I have news for you, Bechor. Mutar.
Why would it not be?
Because some people say, well, Rabbi, this is holy, tzitzit, socks is dirty. What?
Not only talit kata,
But whenever it's dirty and you are washing it for the purpose of cleaning it, it's not a problem.
also talit kata.
Yes, if you want to be extra hasid, don't do it. But halakha doesn't restrict that. It's a garment. What is talit? Talit is a garment.
Both of them. Small
That's
and
why Rabbi Yosef says, Meir, don't listen to him.
Just shoot it.
Guys, fuck outside, please.
Only go поезжать,
Meir, if a person has right now talit, he goes to the restroom. He comes back from the restroom. Does he say bracha again on talit?
Yes.
According to, depends when.
Regular days.
Regular days, no.
Why not?
Because according to halakha, you're allowed to go to the with this in the bathroom.
Very good. So taking it off and going to the bathroom is not considered to be sick.
Exactly.
Well, how can you go with this to the bathroom, Rabbi? This is holy.
Talit gadol, you mean?
Yeah. What's the answer? It's only minhag not to go with this to the restroom. It's not halakha. Why? It's a garment.
So we don't say, bro.
Torah didn't say put tzitzit on a special garment for shacharit. Torah said put tzitzit on four corners. You know, in Israel, Bechor, right now, I saw a guy come from Israel. He has 3 or 4 boys coming with him to Kaneso. Everybody has a t-shirt tzitzit. Mamash t-shirt like this, like Yosef has,
Yeah, I have.
with everything open, takoi style, you know. On the side he has clip, tak, boom, tzitziot.
Да.
Regular t-shirt.
Да, у меня тоже такой есть.
Yeah. Instead of, in Israel, very hot and humid, instead of having an undershirt, and then have tzitzit, and then have a shirt, it's a lot of layers. What they did, the t-shirt is your tzitzit.
Yeah.
Could be cotton, could be wool also. The problem is that it has to be open majority here, but then it's you shows all your body. So they came up with a solution, putting tic-tacs. Tic-tac buttons. By halakha, since it can easily be open, it's considered to be open. And at the same time, it doesn't show his skin, so he covers both worlds. The physical world and the spiritual world. In Israel, they came up with this. I saw this guy, Kaifanulia. He doesn't have to wear a shirt. This is his shirt.
У меня такой есть.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Футболка.
Настоящая футболка,
The guy
такой.
in France actually did a line of clothing. Line. Design clothing. All of them with tzitzit. Line.
Wow.
I'm telling you about a boutique. You not like a t-shirt selling.
Wow.
All boutique.
Wow.
You see, it's crazy in TikTok. I saw it. Instagram, TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah?
Last night.
Send it fast. Send it to the people.
Maybe buy.
Get me
Send
to
it, please. Maybe I buy it some.
Bechor is gonna buy all of them. I'm serious. He likes these things. Mitzvot he loves very
See,
much.
you see the.
תשלח, see, we wanna see. וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם.
Okay, so you were saying, how do we wash it now?
So now, Bechor, if you wanna wash it, problem is those strings are gonna all open up. If you're gonna put it just like that into the washing machine, the washing machine going like this, that's vidanya. You have to go, take all of them, all of the eta, and just wrap it up however you want, just like that, and put a rubber band. A regular rubber band.
I put silver, aluminum.
Regular rubber band, it's enough. This way it gets washed, because the water gets in there, but since it's tight, the machine doesn't open it.
And how you make it back to be straight like that?
This,
Crazy.
this I don't know.
Stay,
This after you wash it?
yeah,
This I don't know.
always look. and show
Iron.
you.
This I don't know.
Put it iron.
I don't know, I never do that.
See, after that, they look.
Yeah, mine also. So I have the same.
They don't look straight like that.
Maybe because of the dryer, right?
Ровно сначала сделать. и всё.
No, I put it, I told you, do it my way, Jesse.
I put this. I put
Fold it like this so it stays. Don't make balagan.
Like that in aluminum foil.
Don't make balagan like this on aluminum
Ровно
foil.
поставьте 1-2
Put it, don't make balagan on aluminum foil. Put it like this. You see? When it's like this, they're not tangled. They're not kasha malasha like this. Okay, I don't know. This you have to ask the specialist. Maybe Bechor knows these things. I didn't learn this yet.
Put it back, please. That's it.
Years of doing aluminum foil.
So it still comes out, no?
Now, Bechor, you finish eating? Very good. I think they put the AC on heat. Bechor.
Cover the foam here.
Check the AC. I think it's on fan. I don't think it's on AC.
Please.
Talit gadol also you can wash like this in the washing machine. No?
Yeah. Problem with talit gadol, the material of it gets swollen up.
Yeah.
So one time I did it, I ruined it.
So you put hot water, it's going to shrink.
This I don't
Dry
know.
cleaning.
After one time I ruined it, I learned my lesson.
Only dry cleaning.
Dry cleaning.
The machine destroyed the material.
Yeah.
If you put in the hot
Dry
water,
cleaning has dry clean.
Only
Misvado
one
and
push,
gel.
like
They
that.
have a special chemicals just on the spots you need it, and that's it. It goes through dry.
No, it's gonna destroy.
So listen, that's what I did. I don't know.
We're going to tzitzit?
Tzitzit gadol.
תציג גדול כאלה שתולד בשביל.
Yeah. So now, back to us. Bechor, listen to this. No, because we said Sibacha on the Talit Gadol. Put it on high, Meir. Put it on high speed. Right? Yeah, there is one guy that does etat for tzitziot. He does a cheaper price, very cheap price. My wife knows. You want? I'll give you the number.
does what?
Talit Gadol.
Dry cleaning.
What does he do? Wash them?
Yeah, no, dry cleaning.
Where? Can you tell me that or something?
My wife does it. I don't
Can you ask her?
know. Lina, remind me. Me. לא.
הייתי פה בג'ימט הסטייט, אנחנו את כל הדרך חזרה עם תינוק, בתוך הגרז'. הייתי מים.
את התינוק שלנו? שלכם.
חברים שלי, אני פה תינוקות.
לא, אמרתי, אולי יש לך מישהו. Okay, back to us. Now, Meir, the twist, how do you call this thing? The twist what?
Twist ring.
Huh? Twist tie? The metal twist tie.
חי. חי? או.
On Shabbat, you allowed to do that or no? Because we said the string of the tzitzit, you're not allowed to twist. And what about this one?
This is you're gonna eat it now, it's not permanent.
So says Rav Ovadia,
Also won't be allowed.
חוט ברזל שמסובבים אותו סביב כיסוי בקבוק או שקית, מותר לפותחו ולסוגרו. מותר.
מסביב למה אבל?
Rabbi, so if I take it off, is
זה
it
לא
considered?
קשור למה הוא סביב?
It doesn't matter. It says why. ואינו חשיב כפותל חבלים. Why? שצורת בניין החבל נעשית על ידי התקשרות של חלקי החבל ונעשה הכל כגוף אחד. It said when do we say a problem of twisting? Only whenever you have two separate things, and twisting them together makes it one new thing. And you're gonna leave it like this, לעולם ועד. Like you're doing the talit. However, when you make the twist tie, the metal twist tie over the bread,
Same thing.
it's the same thing. It's one string, one thing that is the same. And you're twisting it not to leave it לעולם ועד, rather for temporary time. Since for temporary time, there's no problem.
So on Shabbat, you
Let me
cannot
just finish the
make
third one. אך כאן, שכל עיקרו של החוט נעשה רק לסבב את כיסוי הבקבוק. It says, do you care about that twist to be together, or do you care about the bag to be closed? What's your kavanah? The bag to be closed. You're not kavanah, you don't have a kavanah that metal should be twisted, like by tzitzit. By tzitzit string, you want the twist. גדילים תעשה לך. Torah says, you make a twist strings on your garment. על ארבע כנפות לסותך אשר תכסה בה. So since you need to have twist by tzitzit, your intention is the twist. However, by the bread, your intention is not the twist, your intention is to close the bread.
Right, right, but that would be allowed in this case.
So therefore says Rav Ovadia Yosef, also not a problem, מסובבים רק כדי שיחזיק מעמד. לא נחשב ככושר, אלא כפותח דלת, שאינו נחשב כבונה וסותר.
So on Shabbat, you cannot make $50 candle and twist together and then
Right.
after Shabbat.
Right,
Because now that's Leolam.
right, you want it to stay for a long time.
And also you're twisting actually for
Right,
a
also
because
problem
you
of
need the
muktzeh.
tool.
You're moving candle on Shabbat is muktzeh also.
What about
Hold on, Jesse had a lot of question.
I think maybe answer, but I'm gonna ask it because. So if I take that
Twist tie,
twist
tie.
tie, nothing to do with food. I want to tie right now.
Whatever.
Say my tree in my garden is a
Tree problem. You're not allowed to move trees on Shabbat. אין משתמשים באילן. Curtain.
Curtain.
You want to close a curtain.
And I know it's gonna be for a long time.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to use it?
So tell me, what's the kavanah to make a twist here, or to hold tight together the third curtain? What's your kavanah? The twist or the holding?
The whole.
Sure. And is there two parts to it, or is it one part that it is folded together?
One.
Very good. That's your answer.
Easy.
That's it.
Even if it
The
was
problem
a
of
string.
potel havalim is whenever it's two separate ones. You take two separate strings and you're twisting it to become one long string. Here, the middle one, I'm taking the same one, folding it into two and making it a twist. And my intention is not a twist. My intention is to hold the bread close together, to hold the curtain close together, not intending to make a twist. If I could make a, those people that they lock it and they twist it like this. They don't make a whole twist. They just make one type, like this, and that's it. It holds it, they leave it.
I call it again. Potel Chavali.
Potel havalim. By Jewish, by Hebrew, potel havalim.
Could you use a string to tie the bread?
Yeah, but what type of string? How long? Double knot, one knot. How you do?
Double knot.
Double knot up to a week. Even Bechor agrees with that.
Even though it's not, even though it's just for the bread.
Chordan bejoni mazan agoet. Padval steht.
Ramelo bechor.
Saatida shav ki chor Adam korsode am to Rabbi Bechor.
Сказали тфилин, ночь одевает, чтобы не было времени кладить.
No. 78. Very good. Bechor u nas молодец.
Я не искал даже. Я не знаю, о чем говорится.
78. When is it allowed? Bechor. Monet odamon do Torah chona.
No, for
When is it allowed to re-thread a lace in a shoe? And what are the rules for new versus old shoes? So says Rav Ovadia, a lace that has slipped out of a shoe, it is permitted to be re-threaded into the shoe. But one should not thread a lace into a new shoe. Did you know that? You bought yourself shoes from Amazon on Friday. Next day delivery came to you Shabbat. Now Bechor wants to show off his new shoes. Mashiach is here, Gufta. It says on the shoes. It says on his car, Mashiach is here. You need to see. So now he wants to have new shoes. That says on there, Mashiach is here. He bought it on Friday. Shabbat, he came to him. He wants to put the shoelaces into these new shoes and wear them. Is Bechor allowed to do that or no? Says Rav Ovadia, not allowed, as it's considered making
Right.
a utensil.
That's only if they're completely out of the shoe.
Yeah,
If they're already in the first two.
no, it doesn't matter.
Oh, doesn't matter.
No. Can you walk with this, the first two, can you walk with this? So by you putting it further up, now you're making it usable. What is that considered to be? Making a new vessel. So that's what Bechor has to learn Halachot Shabbat.
Serious?
How about if it's all the way up, just on you want one more like the pole.
Huh?
You want it to be one more step up.
The more fixing you're going,
Is it the problem?
the more problem you do.
What if you
It's
could?
already wearable, you just want it to be extra tight. So you want
If it's wearable, no problem.
Yeah, say, what if you could?
If it's just enhancing it,
Enhancing
Yeah.
it.
no problem. But if it's not enhancing it, you're making it usable,
no problem.
it's going to be fixing it on Shabbat. Metaken keli. If it's the first time it's called, makeh bepatish. So Mashiach is here, shoes of Bechor has to be fixed before Shabbat with the shoelaces.
What's makepati?
Makeh patish, final touch.
Makepati.
However, now says Rav Ovadia, what if it's a new lace in old shoes?
Mutar.
Same thing.
New lace in old shoes.
Same thing. You cannot use the shoes without the new lace.
So says Ravadia, I have news for you.
Wow.
This is Allah.
But it's the same concept.
Why?
You're not using
May,
it.
when did we say Makeh Bepatish applies to something only whenever?
First time.
It's the first time. Remember the guy that bought me the Chazon Ovadia books? And he had a nida that night and he had to put the mattress blown up.
Yeah.
Air mattress.
And he said not allowed.
So one rabbi told him not allowed.
No.
And he came to me, Rabbi shopping Nazavaitza.
Not allowed to do what? To
Friday night, maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. Knocking on my door. Rabbi, I'm sorry, late hour. I have a situation. My wife just became nida and I didn't blow the air mattress. It's brand new. If I blow it up on Shabbat right now, metaken mana. Makeh bepatish first time.
It's electric.
Allowed or no? No electric. It was a manual.
Allowed before in the factory.
Also,
Blow,
even if it's
I didn't know that.
you can-
I opened Chazon Ovadia book that he brought to me on Friday, and the evening he was using it himself. How Hashem made it.
So it's allowed?
I said, I have Chazon Ovadia, let's check. And over there, Rabbi Yosef says, since it was already used once,
They blow it before in factory.
because in the factory they're blowing it up to check there is no any holes.
Specifically with air mattresses and on the bike.
No, no.
Oh, no.
Anything that was already blown air first time,
How do we know?
there is no problem. That's how he writes.
They won't sell it to you.
They have to.
Rabbi Yosef brings that opinion in Shmirat Shabbat Ilchata in the notes.
They're gonna have-
That is not considered to be fixing Makeh Patish first time because it was already first time in the factory.
And they did it before.
So I told him, Jonah, everything is fine.
Blow it up, you'll be
Blow it up with the manual pump. Mutarim lachem. Go, don't argue with your wife. Why didn't you do it before Shabbat Gufta?
Exactly. Yeah. The same has.
That's what it says here. A new lace in old shoes. This shoes was used before?
Yes.
Oh. So by me putting new laces inside, am I making it the first time usable?
The lace, yeah.
No, it was already the shoes.
Right. So
I'm not using lace, I'm using the shoes.
Okay. In this case, yeah.
Mutar or no?
The-
Mutar.
Zohar HaKadosh Neshchi.
You know why not?
Final touch.
There are those who permit
It's
threading
concept.
a lace into new shoes in our
Words
times.
themselves.
Comes Ravaria Bechor,
Even in the hand. What if you-
третий раз уже, четвертый будете знаете, где находится.
Like final touch of the-
Мутарим лахей.
Алло, я сказал.
Так, на нервах сколько, да? Три, ну, не считается. Два.
Bechor,
Быстрее заходите, Кадиш.
I prayed already.
Bechor, listen to this.
Кадиш, Кадиш.
Kaddish, no Arabic.
Ravaria Yosef said,
Ту, алло.
Да?
I prayed
Я
already.
вхожу.
Ай, 5 минут с вами ничего не случится, я думаю.
Kaddish не берете.
Bechor,
А-
says Ravaria, nowadays, even new shoes, no problem.
How?
Because the man-
Wow.
How?
Yes, you know why?
Because they
It says Chazal said a problem whenever the shoes did not have a ring metal around the holes. So whenever you're making the thread going into them, it was over the first time that hole was completed.
So it's no problem.
And whenever you have a metal ring around the hole, that's already a complete hole before you put the shoelaces inside. There are those who permit threading a lace into a new shoe in our time, since around the hole of the shoe there are small iron rings. And it is easy to pass the lace through these holes.
Actually, there is iron ring to keep it clear.
Yes.
Clear open.
Those who are lenient in this have something to rely on.
So don't do it, but if you did it, you're not.
So if Bechor has Mashiach ear shoes, no problem for him because nowadays the shoes has
wearing
metal
But they're not
rings.
wearable.
Huh?
They're not wearable without the laces.
True. But since you are not the one to make those holes to begin with, it was already had holes with a metal clear. It's easy to come in, to come out. Not considered to be fixing it for the first time. Says Ravari, whoever wants to be lenient on this opinion, he has whom to rely on. Yesh al mi she'ismo. ברוך אדוני לעולם,
Amen,
Amen,
amen.
amen.
Rabbi Hanania.